Good morning, my name is Fred Fleitz. I'm President and CEO of the Center for Security Policy. Welcome to an important center panel on anti-Semitism, defending Israel, and the Trump administration. We have some important matters to discuss today that address religious liberty as well as U.S. and international security. There's been a surge in anti-Semitism in this country and around the world, as I think you know, over the last couple of years. Some of this has been from the far right, and we saw this in the heinous attacks on a synagogue in Pittsburgh in 2018 and the Poway synagogue last April. We know that far-right extremists are responsible for this, that they're being radicalized over the internet. This is reprehensible, an affront to modern society, and I'm very pleased that the Trump administration has taken this very seriously. The Center does too. But we're going to talk about something else today, and that is surging anti-Semitism and hatred of Israel on the left that is being done in partnership with Islamists. It's my view that as serious as anti-Semitism from the far right is, this is even more serious because it is being brought into the mainstream. It's being normalized by the media, by academics, by government officials, and incredibly, it has even entered the U.S. Congress. Now, our friends on the left deny this. They just claim they're engaging in legitimate criticism of the Israeli government or Israeli officials. Yet when Israel takes steps to defend itself, they pounce immediately. And they have nothing to say, these folks on the left, when Israel takes steps to defend its security. We also know there's something called the Boycott, Divestment, and Sanctions movement, which supposedly is in response to Israel's mistreatment of the Palestinian people. But we know this is an effort to destroy Israel, to undermine its right to exist, and is being pushed by the left and by Islamists. So we're holding this panel today because this hatred of the Jewish people and Israel on the left is becoming mainstream and acceptable. But let's be clear, this is not true of most Democratic members of Congress, including Nancy Pelosi, who gave a fabulous speech to an AIPAC conference earlier this year where she said anti-Semitism is anti-American and Israel's security is America's security. Sadly, the Democratic Party is moving away from Pelosi and most Democrats. And we knew this because you may remember Congresswoman Ilhan Omar said some reprehensible anti-Semitic things just a few months ago. But Pelosi was unable to pass a resolution condemning Omar or her remarks. She did get a resolution passed, but it had to be filled with a long list of other types of bigotries to condemn, including Islamophobia. So Congresswoman Omar insults the Jewish people, and the House passes a resolution condemning Islamophobia. Think about that. Regrettably, the most energetic members of the left, the future of the Democratic Party, are socialists who are not just radical socialists. They're anti-Semitic and they're anti-Israel. They haven't taken over the Democratic Party yet, but they are on track to do so. Fortunately, we have in place right now an American president who is the most pro-Israel in history. He did what other presidents would not do. He moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, but he did even more than that. He really bucked the foreign policy establishment when he recognized the Golan Heights as Israeli territory. This is territory Israel needs more now than ever to defend its security because of the breakdown of what has happened in Syria and the fact that Iran could use Syrian territory to threaten the security of Israel. We know the strong support President Trump has expressed for the Jewish people. We know that his daughter Ivanka not only is a convert to Judaism, but is bringing up her children in the Jewish faith. But that has not stopped the left from attacking the president with ridiculous charges of anti-Semitism. Well, we're going to try to set the record straight on that today. So let's be clear that this growing anti-Semitism on the left and hatred of Israel are threats not just to religious freedom and the Jewish people. This is a threat to one of America's closest and most important allies, which is a crucial partner for peace in the Middle East. The left's effort to weaken this ally in conjunction with radical Islamists and America's relationship with Israel could have dire consequences for American and international security.